Kyrie go with the man crush you have on Eminem. But that's it.
I'm leaving. I'm out here.
Hey, come on, kid. No, but let me ask you though, if the beats on the Marshall Mathers LP was brought out lyric, like what album did he put out that had better beats on it than the Marshall Mathers album?
The Slim Shady LP.
Okay,
In my
I'm
opinion.
gonna tell you this. Then I'll go back because I'm not as up on the Slim Shady LP as opposed to Marshall Mathers.
Okay.
Because I thought, I listened to it, but I'll go and give it another listen before I give you a real solid, whether I agree or disagree with you on that. I will go back and we'll talk about that another time.
Well, let me go on and say, okay, after Marshall Mathers LP, what was next? The Eminem Show, right?
No, after it was the Eminem Show.
Eminem Show was after that. Eminem Show was okay.
It was okay, beat wise. For me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm saying, you know how I am.
Right.
Your beats ain't tight. I ain't really trying to listen to you too hard.
Right. And I really agree with you on that point. You know what? It was okay. It was an okay album. Eminem brought it lyrically, kind of, sort of. You can see him trying to often go farther and farther away from what made him famous in the first place.
Right.
Now, so by the time you come out with the next one, Encore.
Yeah.
So when he comes out with Encore, you know what? He's totally somewhere off in left field. To me personally,
he was on drugs. Did he say he was on drugs?
Yeah, he just showed up to say he was on drugs. So here's the deal. I mean, it was a total disappointment for me. Right. I mean, but you have a whole bunch of new fans that coming out and supporting Eminem and saying this was a dope album. Yeah. To me, it wasn't hip hop. It was not Eminem.
No, that's it's the Eminem factor in of itself. People gonna like it just because it's him.
True.
But then they wait for Eminem to say, "Well, it wasn't that good." Okay, well, it wasn't that good.
Okay, you're right.
You're right. You boss.
Well, that wasn't me.
It wasn't me either. I was like, this dude for me was falling off, but
and that was the one thing I was worried about, him falling off.
Right.
Now let's go into Relapse.
Okay,
the Relapse. Again, he started doing some funky stuff, but you can see him coming back to what actually got all of our attention. He was bringing it. He was starting to rip it. The last song on the album, he brought it. I mean, it gave me goosebumps. I'm like, and I was like, wow, Eminem is back.
But the album itself, as a whole, was
you know what? I think it was a little bit better than Eminem. Maybe just because I missed that Eminem, that little bit of Eminem that was in there that made me start liking Eminem in the first place. That the punchlines, the hard hits, the disses, everything else that Eminem was coming with made me like start listening to Eminem.
Let me tell you what I hated about Relapse.
Okay.
Eminem, those freaking voices he rhymes in.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you want to turn me off? Start, making voices on your
But he wasn't doing that so much on Relapse.
No, well, on Relapse, yeah, he was. To read Relapse, man, was like, this dude, it was corny. I'm going to just say it was corny to me.
Okay.
Relapse is corny. Recovery gets back to spitting regular bars like the real MC he is. And lyrically, I thought that beat-wise, it was good. It wasn't great beat-wise, but he had some banging beats on there now. I mean, like Talking to Myself, I think, even though it's really a rock riff type of joint, was off the hook. I do like the whole deal with Lil Wayne. I think both the super producer Rule and I were kind of listening to that coming in today. No Love, which actually samples Don't Hurt Me No More. And it's funny because if you think of that conceptually, a guy sampling that dance 90s electro tune, how cornier can you get? But Wayne gets up there, does Lil Wayne. He's on point lyrically, and M ain't gonna let you out. At the end of the day, if Wayne got to step himself up to get with an MC, he gonna do that. And I thought that he did just that. And the one with Pink, that won't back down. For me, I wasn't feeling that so much. Not Afraid, kind of the anthem of the album.
Right.
I think it's pretty solid. It's not like overwhelming to me. But I think it's a pretty solid joint, and I understand the mass appeal of the song. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought that Eminem lyrically came with it. I love the aggressiveness and how he's rhyming. I love his cadence. He's staying away from all the gimmicky voices and stuff like that. The hooks are okay. They're not great. And first of all, to qualify that, I'm not a big hook guy to begin with. I hate hooks in hip hop for the most part, unless it's just well thought out. Okay. But at the end of the day, hooks sell records.
True.
So, hooks were okay. Some corny, some not. It is what it is. But overall, I think it was a pretty solid effort. In fact, for me, I'll give it 3.5 stars.
I agree. Eminem is definitely coming back. He's doing what he should be doing and what he should have been doing for the last 3 albums. I mean, perfect word was cadence. He's coming at you and he's hitting you with like the ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, but he's not letting the beat breathe at all, which is something that he should have been doing a long time ago because his beats aren't always that great, but he makes those beats great with his cadence and his punchlines and just the way that he spits. He's getting back to that, and I think it was also a great effort, 3.5, and I'm praying that we see the Eminem that made us fall in love with him in the first place.
Absolutely.
And when I say fall in love, I mean I ain't on no weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on all that. I'm just saying I like the dude's rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, on that one,
no homo.
You have to say no homo. Okay, no homo. All right, we'll talk to y'all later, man. This has been the Cipher. We're out of here. Pray for me, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.